I had a really long day yesterday. I just thought to myself, I just want to get away. I just want to go. I want to go somewhere. And I thought to myself, I wonder how far I could get. I wonder how far I could get if I just left here right now and I went away. So that's what we're going to be thinking about today. Now, we're going to look at a little bit of a clip.
Now, as we race across London in the car and on the bike, he will catch a bus around the corner. There he will get an underground train to Monument Station, and from there he will get on the Docklands Light Railway, which takes him all the way to the airport. So, are we ready? Yes. Ready?
Who do you think would win that race? Max?
The bike.
The bike?
Yeah.
You think the bike would win that? Why is that?
Because he doesn't have to stop for traffic lights and he can go through the bus lanes and stuff.
Right, okay, so there's... Because the bike's not the fastest, is it?
No, but
No.
it does take the shortest route, I think.
What I want you to do is in your groups, I just want you to just discuss that at the moment. And the question is, how far do you think you could get in an hour?
An aeroplane, get to Gatwick Airport.
Yeah, no, if you can get to Gatwick Airport, yeah, but...
And then the plane.
Yeah, but you've got to spend like 10 minutes in the airport to get through customs and all that.
About half an hour.
Exactly.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
10 minutes to fly away.
Yeah, but in that 10 minutes you can get quite far.
So let's try and draw out what we actually want to do here. What transport could we go in? Dan?
By car?
We could go by car. Can you drive, Dan?
No. Oh yeah, that's one problem.
Okay, that's a bit of an issue, isn't it? So, is this real life? I think that's a question on reality. Because what's another issue between like planes and spaceships, whereas if you took the bike or the train, it might be a little bit better? Lauren? Weather conditions, that's a great one actually. Marie?
It's much more cheaper.
Cost. Excellent. Anything else, Steve?
Well, if you go on a motorbike, then you wouldn't be caught up by as much traffic.
Okay, motorbike, yeah.
In a fun type of way, it kind of depends, because you could take like a bit of a car journey, a bit of a train journey, or like a mixture of like different transport.
Excellent, so we could mix all these up, couldn't we? And again, it depends on if we're looking at reality, if we're putting a cost limitation on it, all these different things there. Yeah. Emily?
Is it like lots of fuel and things?
Lots of fuel, and what's fuel?
Good for like the environment.
Environment, excellent. So you're starting in this classroom, and you have to see how far you can get in an hour. What I'm looking for from you today is that you show clear mathematical thinking, okay? So you don't just think, oh, I'm going to go in a spaceship and start talking about that. Actually, I want to know about the mathematics of how far you can get. State any assumptions you've made and give reasons for your choices. Why have you chosen to do that?
So how long from here to the station if you ran? How long do we say that was?
From overseas,
From here
7 minutes, 8 minutes?
Yeah, just say 20 minutes.
So it takes 11 minutes to get from here to Gatwick.
11.
Yeah, 11 for family.
So then you're at Gatwick.
So say
We
20
could do it
minutes.
so you don't have to be there an hour. You have to be there an hour before though, don't you?
Yeah, helicopter rental, and how long it takes to get here.
Why don't we just have it here right away?
Yeah, why don't we have it here already, like waiting here the whole day?
Yeah,
there
no,
are buses here that wait.
Yeah, I know, but with this you've got an hour, you start, and then you've got to get the transport. And that's the whole point of this. You have an hour to get as far as you can, from scratch.
Yeah, so then like say if we stop for petrol, then we can like say that we'll stop.
Excellent. So you could have this as an hour, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And this is your journey.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
Well, we were going to just get a train from Hayward Heath to London, but then we thought to think a bit outside the box.
Brilliant.
So we thought maybe we could get a private jet to like somewhere in Europe, like Spain, but we're not really sure how long that would take, so we sort of have to research it a bit more.
Okay, so is that the only thing you're looking into then, the private jet?
Well, we did think about like going by train and stuff, but it just took too long.
It took
and then,
too long?
Yeah, and then we didn't have any time to get any further. So.
Right, okay. How are you going to represent all this information?
Well, what we're going to do?
A distance time.
You're going to do a distance time graph.
It's
Is this here?
350 kilometres from here to Rotterdam in Holland.
You measured that?
Yeah.
If
use the scale on the map, distance divided by the speed, and then that's how quickly.
Oh, that gives you the time. Okay.
We're just finding out
the time in hours.
Yes, we're trying to find whether it's valid or not.
Okay. What have you guys found out?
Because it's if we want to go.
Well, we're just finding out. So you wanted to get to Spain and you couldn't. How did you find out that you couldn't get to Spain?
We worked out the distance.
Okay, what was the distance?
It was 1,319 miles.
Okay.
And then we divided that by the average time of the plane, which is 400 miles per hour. And it equaled like 3 hours or something.
Right, so that was 2, so you couldn't get to Spain.
What I think we should do? I think we should just go in the complete opposite direction that way.
Do you think that maybe that's the right way round to do it? Picking the location and then seeing if you could get there?
No, I think we should just see how far the plane could go. Yeah.
Get in and out. I don't know.
And then see where we are.
So instead of finding out finding out the time, you could find out the distance. So how would you do that? How do you find out the distance?
Speed times by time.
Speed times by time.
So we can go 400 miles.
400 miles. So where's your map? Where's 400 miles? So should we change kilometres?
Into miles.
Into miles.
Would you do 1.6 times 400?
You would.
640.
So you can go 640 kilometres. So that's what you need to find on your map. What's your scale on here? 20 kilometres. So how far was it again? Sorry, 640. So now we have to do that. What's that in centimetres?
0.75
Yeah.
or 75
Yeah.
times 64. It's 48
Right, so you can go 48
centimetres.
I mean, that's
off that.
way off that map, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's one thing we've discovered is we can go way off this map.
Yeah, so we can go past Paris.
I think you need to make sure you're recording that somewhere. Yeah. All that information that we just talked about, you need to record that.
Okay.
50 hotels in
Mins to
Reach.
the Hilton Pond. That looks nice.